I do have this massive love for Italy because I am Italian. So it's kind of a bit of a journey, and the language portion is super important to that. So I think we had talked about before how I had joined an app. I was on
Hmm.
Duolingo, and it's just more gamey. You're just learning vocabulary, and I just wasn't really getting far. I was learning a lot of vocabulary words that do not really apply to being in Italy and conversing with people in Italy. So I figured I need to kind of step up my game. I actually, and I don't know if I remember telling you this, but I actually purchased a different online course from someone else before yours. And it was a native Italian speaker who ran the course. And I think it was hard for me to even concentrate on understanding this person's English interpretations and explanations. So I felt myself getting a little bit paying attention too much to what they were trying to say in English. Um, and I don't know, it didn't resonate with me, their teaching style. And I came across you and your YouTube videos and your IG lives, and I just really gravitated towards your energy and your positivity. And it was all reality based type learning, like you do videos on things that you would really use in real life situations. So, and I think we messaged back and forth, and you were very communicative about asking my learning style and really wanted to know how I learn and to make sure that your courses would really apply to me before you just sold to anybody. And I really appreciated that because you really spent time with me trying to figure out if it was the right fit instead of just buy my course and that be it. So I did purchase the A1, A2, B1, and last year before my trip to Italy, I also purchased the travel just to kind of get those extra words and phrases that I thought would be beneficial. So I kind of have the whole gamut. So I have been enjoying them immensely, and I just love the online way of teaching because my life is hectic and class settings just really actually don't work for me. I love flexibility, and your course just offers all of that. And you even told me if you know, don't like it, if it's not for you, there's that money back guarantee. So I felt, why not? So that's where I started.
So, how has your experience been so far with the courses? So, you've done the travel course, and now you're working your way through the A1,
The
A2,
A1.
B1, the A1 course. So, how has your experience been so far? I know that you mentioned that you've already been on a trip to Italy. So, how do you feel with your skills and your experience with the courses so far?
Well, so I've been there several times before your classes and just so very elementary words. And then this past summer when I went and had a bit of your classes, it really elevated and then also gave me the confidence to like do even more. So they're on the right path. Like I picked the right course, the right teacher, everything. So
Oh,
I feel confident. Yeah, for sure.
that's another important note is the confidence because it is
Mhm.
daunting putting yourself out there, right? Like opening your
It
mouth
is.
and being put on the spot. How did you find that?
Well, I'll tell you a funny story is when we were in Cortona, we were staying in an apartment, and the apartment above us was an older Italian couple, and our host had said, she likes to talk, but she only knows Italian, but she'll love to chat. So she would fling open her shutters every day and call out to me, Christina, and want me to come out in the courtyard. And we would speak, I would be at the courtyard and she'd be hanging out of her window. And we would make it through some kind of a conversation. She knew zero English, zero. So the look on her face when she understood what I was trying to get through and me when I realized she understood me and the hand signals too. Um, it was just like gave me that extra like I have got to get serious with this. I have got to keep going on. I want to come back and speak to her some more. It was just it I love their reception of just you trying and communicating even if it's not full sentences and paragraphs and long conversations. But yeah, I love that. And I hated leaving her after that week. I felt so sad to leave her because I felt like we created this little bond. So I love that. And that kind of gave me that little extra push. So,
Oh, I love this so much. I can't tell you how
mhm,
much I love this. I've had experiences like this before, and I love that you have had that. I talk about it, but it's so hard to really express that feeling that you don't need to be perfect when you're Italian. You don't
mm-mm,
need to be grammatically correct. Your pronunciation doesn't need to be 100%. The
mm-mm,
whole idea of communication is just to communicate an idea and to get a response. And I'm so happy for you that you had
mm-hmm,
that experience, because it is just these little events, these little interactions with people that really make a trip, that really make an experience abroad.
mm-hmm,
And the fact that you were sad to leave and that you can't wait to go back, I'm so
mm-hmm.
happy to hear that. That is the best result possible. And
Yeah,
it's,
and I'm very introverted, so for me to like be able to do that, converse with somebody in different language was that gave me the extra boost. So, right, I was thinking like I'm a bit too old to be learning this stuff. Like I don't know if I'm too busy, I'm too old. You just start to at my age, you start to feel older about everything, and that I'm grasping it, and you're not too old at any age to learn. So I love that. But on your courses, I try to fit them in just whenever, I'm in between a work conference call because the snippets, the little modules are just, they're nice bite-sized pieces that I feel like I can tackle it and it's not going to take hours out of my day. And I
great.
love that you're able, because with this platform, you're able to just like go back on a video and replay it because sometimes I know you talk about passive learning and active learning, and sometimes I think other people have said how they'll just be doing dishes and listen, and I do that also, but I also love that I can go back and watch the video and listen to how you say things, and then that you also have the native speaker saying the words as well, so I get like both of it.
Yeah.
Um, the lifetime portion is just, it's such a great investment that I know that I'm not going to just have it for 6 weeks and then it's done and then it's over. I can keep going back to it when I feel like I need a refresher. So that part, it's not just, throwing my money away into just a little course. It's like it really is an investment that I have for life. I mean, I don't know who could not benefit from them. I think a young person, like I have a 15-year-old son who's learning Spanish right now, but he's somewhat learning Italian because, of us going over there. So I think somebody, even his age, would really benefit because, teenagers have short attention spans. So the snippet, the small
Yeah.
modules would be great. And the videos with the worksheets. At really any age. So anybody who's just wanting to either travel, move, spend more time there, or be able to talk to other family members that maybe speak more Italian and less English. So I really can't think of anybody that it's not geared towards. I think it really touches on, you know, every learning style, in my opinion. I do think that the special is the way to go because that's increases the amount of your investment that you offer the A1 B1, I mean A1 A2
One.
B1,
Yeah.
plus you get the conversational portion, which I haven't started yet because I know you say to wait. So I'm taking your advice. I'm waiting on that one. But to know that I've got that in my arsenal is great. So it's in my toolbox ready to use. So
Yeah.
I just really think that you, especially coming from somebody who paid money into a different online course that I wasn't so happy with, this is truly the best investment I've made. So I think if anybody's on the fence, give it a go, and you'll find that it's so much easier and less daunting than you could imagine. So I would definitely invest in that. And it's an investment. It's not just something you spend money on and if you go to certain classes, like even as an adult, if you go to some of these um, adult learning, like at night type classes, I just don't think that you're going to get your money's worth versus your courses because yours are for life. You can go back and redo them and relearn. and review, and the fact that I feel like I've got you. It's like a personal teacher that I could come to if I needed anything, and your communication is by far better than anybody online. So I really value that too. I feel like it's like an extra bonus. So I have always appreciated your level of communication. I mean, you answer right back. I don't know anybody else who does that. So as a business owner, that's super amazing because your passion actually comes through. And I think when people just try to sell you something and they're just like, oh, yeah, buy this, and then they're gone because they've made the sale. I don't really resonate with that, but it's your passion and it really comes through. And I think you found your calling in teaching others, and because you have passion about the language as well. So it makes me want to learn and do good for you. So I'm so glad I found you.
Well, we're having a moment. I'm so glad that you found me too. I'm so glad that we're able to chat like this.
Well, the more I do the Duolingo and then the random vocab that they do teach you, like the different animals, like I don't really need to know what pinguino is. I'm probably not coming to Italy and talking about a penguin, but maybe a
No?
cinghiale, like I need to know what that is. So it's the more I'm doing the Duolingo, I realize it's um if you're serious about learning, it's the apps are really not the way to go. And with your courses, you really teach and you really go back to the basics about prepositions and adverbs. And you just like give that gentle, like, this is the case when you would do these. And you would kind of explain, because for a lot of us, it's been a long time. I mean, we know what they are, but also it's been a long time since we've been in school. So it's just nice to kind of like put the English portion with the Italian and explain why and how and to give the examples. So it just, because with the apps, it's a guessing game, really. It's just like you're getting it right. Oh, okay, I got it right, but I don't know why I got it right. So that's why they're not very useful.